Willie, thank you for stopping with us. Really appreciate it. What's it feel like to be here performing at West Covina?
It's always uplifting and encouraging to come to the neighborhood. I didn't grow up here, but these are familiar surroundings for us. So to be able to come into a community like this, then there's a great response out there. It's familia. I feel like it.
Exactly. And growing up in East LA and seeing the changes that have gone around, and not only the environment and the location, but the music scene, and knowing that you're part of that start of that Chicano sound. What has it been like for you?
It's always rewarding, and it's beautiful to see change. Music evolves, the arts evolve, imaginations grow and become more resilient, even with the backlash and the oppositions, right? But we're resilient. Artists are really resilient, and so it's a rewarding industry, challenging but rewarding, because all around us we see growth, we see material things that we can draw from and contribute to as well. And so growing up in East LA, or going to school in East LA, because I grew up in South Central Los Angeles, I had both cultures, the black side and also the brown side. But growing up in East LA, I mean, that's where I got my recognition. I met my bandmates from the Midniters at Salesian High School, and just just endeared ourselves to the audiences of East Los Angeles, Boyle Heights, all the surrounding communities. So I've been doing this for a while. So I look back and it's really gratifying. People still remember. They remember the songs. They have stories. They have memories of what those songs meant to them. And it's always interesting to meet people that are willing to share those little insights.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Midniters.
Yeah.
Talk about that. What a legacy, especially after what really kicked it off was Land of a Thousand Dances, doing the cover of Cannibal and the Headhunters. But when you look back now, what does it shock you that everything and how what a whirlwind it has become?
Oh, yeah. I mean, one, uh, we were very fortunate to have a band director at our school, Bill Taggart. And Bill Taggart actually gave us a platform. We wanted to play. So we'd play in the dives around Whittier Boulevard and Olympic and Atlantic, all the little clubs there. They were bars, just bars. But he knew we were underage. We were risking, getting in trouble, and so he gave us a platform. He created what became known as the Salesian Rock and Roll Shows. And so he gave us a platform, and not just as students, but anybody, any band member, any musician, singer who wanted to experience the stage, he gave us that platform. And it was at one of those shows, October 17th, 1964, that we actually recorded Land of a Thousand Dances. And he had the foresight to record those events. And there's a lot of material, that we're still, just gleaning from to this day. A lot of the old bands, unfortunately, a lot of the guys are not around anymore, but they have children, grandchildren. And so I think it's important that those documentations become available to them and a vast audience, not just East LA, but across the nation and around the world.
Exactly. The Chicano music scene has evolved throughout the years. And now we got the Rose and El Monte, Chicano Batman, these groups that have to be solutions.
Yeah.
Because they went to Bosco Tech and stuff. But like, you see this grow in the Chicano sound. And I think more than ever, we need to bring that back and really emphasize it. What are
Yeah.
your views on that?
Yeah, I think it's important. The industry has changed so much, but this is a fantastic vehicle. Live streaming, all these TikTok. These are tools that we can utilize to get our music out, personalities that have so much to contribute to this generation and generations to come. There's a exhibit at the Plaza Cultura y Artes, de Artes, there in downtown LA. And it's a great day in East LA. And so there's exhibits there, there's music there. It's getting people acquainted with, man, a genre that can't be forgotten. It can't be forgotten. And I think one of the important things here, our culture, our kids inherit our record collections. And so I'm still doing this after 60 years. I've been in the industry for 60 years, a little more, but but it's interesting now. There's 4 generations that we find in our audiences: parents, grandparents, right? Grandchildren, great grandchildren. And so that's just so rewarding to us to see that what we've done has left a historical fingerprint, if you will, on our culture and all the other cultures in the world today.
Exactly. I want to touch upon Rampart Records because you were a part of Rampart Records. Uh, what was it like working there and well being a part of that at that time? Because it went through different ownerships, but like to be a part of Rampart Records, what was it like for you?
Yeah, in the beginning, uh, uh, Eddie Davis was a promoter and a producer, and we knew of him. Our manager, Eddie Torres, he produced everything that we did on vinyl in the early days. And uh, my experiences, because Cannibal, the Blendals, the Romancers, Little Ray, a lot of those groups, the Premiers, the Jaguars, the Salas brothers, who I grew up with. I played Pop Warner football with Rudy and Steve at Lincoln Park, there in the Heights, Downey Playground, actually, right there in the Heights. But they were already on Faro and Rampart and a lot of subsidiaries that Eddie Davis had created. My experience after I left the Midniters, my first solo recording was on one of his subsidiary labels, Gordo, called Gordo, right? And I did a song called Brown Baby. And Eddie Davis was just an amazing individual. He's one of those guys that trusted you. He'd ask your opinion. How do you view this song? What do you think can be done with it? And that was my experience with him. He gave me a lot of liberty. And eventually, he got me and Little Ray and a group that we had, God's Children. He got assigned to Uni Records, and we recorded a song called "Hey, Does Somebody Care?" It went all the way up to number 7 in the charts, and it became the theme song for a television series called Matt Lincoln. And Vince Edwards was a star of that. And he was best known for Ben Casey, a little telenovela back in the day. But anyway, my experience with Rampart Records and Eddie Davis is just that. A very generous man who helped us understand and helped us step forward in our gifting. Yeah.
Before we let you go, the song that really the Midnighters, Land of a Thousand Dances celebrates its anniversary next year.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts now? Now that it's going to be, I believe, 60.
Could be.
Uh, my mind isn't always there either. Uh, but next year's the anniversary. That song launched differently.
Yeah.
But what do you think? What are your thoughts on that song? What Cannibal did with Land of a Thousand Dances?
One, I want to thank and acknowledge Frankie Garcia. No relation, blood relation that we know of, right? But Cannibal was a dear friend growing up, and he actually taught us that song. We used to back up Cannibal and the Headhunters at most of the gigs that they were on and we were on together. And he taught us that song. And it came our way of recording it by a freak accident. Cannibal and the Headhunters, Little Ray, they were coming back from Fresno. They had done a show at the Rainbow Ballroom in Fresno, and they got stuck in the fog And that night at East L.A. College, we were waiting for them to step out and do their show. And they unfortunately didn't show. We didn't have anything else to do. And Bill Taggart said, they're not here, keep going. So our band leader, Benny Lopez, he said, let's do Cannibal Show. And so Land of a Thousand Dances was part of that. And became history. And we climbed up the charts together. They got a little bit ahead of us. Thank God. They got to New York, I think 2 weeks before we got there, and they were already on the Motown Review. And then shortly after that, the Beatles asked them if they would be part of their first North American tour. Yeah, God bless Frankie and Scar and Yo-Yo. Yeah, Rabbit. God bless those guys, man.
Well, it's the end for this interview for now.
All right.
But looking forward to talking with you and welcoming you back soon to our offices in the city to be able to get the guys together. We know Fredo on drums. We get to people together.
Great.
In order for you to perform for us and Sound and Vision.
Sounds good. Sounds good, brother. Thank you for having me.